Welcome to Live, Life Inspired Views for Every Day. My name is Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul. This week, I'm not following any particular theme. This podcast will be a patchwork quilt of wisdom and inspiration that I have found here and there and thought important for me to remember in living my life. So, I'm taking thoughts today from a document I keep open on my tabs. Wisdom and inspiration is what I call it. Sometimes little nuggets strewn as breadcrumbs along our path give us something to chew on during the day and hopefully digest into new ways of thinking or being. So here we go. Nugget of wisdom number one. The Greek philosopher Seneca said, "Don't suffer imagined troubles. We spend so much time worried about how bad things are going to be that we actually torture ourselves more than the thing we're worried about ever could. We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Hmm. That reminds me of a quote that I learned in high school and put to my memory. While you are dreaming of the future or regretting the past, the present, which is all you have, slips from you and is gone. Hmm. I remember as a young bride, my dear friend and mentor in life, Charlotte Nelson, she always loved buying Christmas wrapping paper for the next year during the after Christmas sales. I would think, what if the world doesn't exist next Christmas? What if we are taken over by another country? Hmm. I was young and living too much in the future worries. So, number two of my nuggets of wisdom. Ryan Holiday said in the Daily Stoic, "Wisdom is not a destination. It's a method, a practice, a lifelong commitment to learning, questioning, and improving. It's acquiring knowledge from mentors, studying history, and immersing yourself in books. It's stepping outside your comfort zone and engaging in deep conversations. It's acknowledging mistakes, challenging preconceptions, and embracing humility. Most of all, it's always fighting to remain a student, no matter how old or accomplished we are." Hmm. My dad knew so much about so many things. Often he would tell me something interesting, like a little bit of knowledge or a fact, and I would ask, "How did you decide to learn about that?" And he'd always respond, "Oh, I was curious." What a lasting bit of wisdom he bestowed upon me. Always stay curious. And nugget of wisdom number three. Another reminder from the Daily Stoic written by Ryan Holiday says, "Life is very brief, far too brief to spend it chasing the wrong things, to be attentive to the wrong things. Don't waste what's left of your life, as the Greek philosopher Marcus Aurelius said. Spend it on what matters to you before you become just another forgotten name on someone else's forgotten list." Wow. I guess that is saying it pretty boldly. But I think the instinct to matter lives in each of us. It's akin to purpose, knowing we have a reason to be on this earth. I always told my counseling students, reflect, reflect, reflect. Think about who you are, who you still want to become, how you are affecting those and the world around you, and what matters to you and what does not, and what you can do to serve others meaningfully. Today, we have so much noise in our world. Our televisions and radios are always filling our ears with sounds and words. We walk or run with earbuds in our ears so that we can drown out the silence and thinking time with music or other voices. We have habituated sound instead of silence. I always remember a grandpa who came 30 minutes too early to pick up his grandchildren at St. Paul's Lutheran School, where I was principal. He took a chair by the administrative assistant, Allison Banwart's desk, and just sat there. We asked if he wanted something to drink or something to read. "No," he said simply. And he just sat there and waited in silence. Could any one of us do that very easily? Probably not. We should make an imaginary room in our mind that we can retreat to intentionally, to think, to reflect. Maybe we should even name it. I often say, "I'm going to the office of my mind." My brother Pete told me the story of a teacher who would take 20 minutes to take a break in a dark closet with a chair, a light, and a table with a pad of paper and pen. As the teacher sat in the dark closet, he would just think. If an idea came, he would turn on the light, write it down, and then go back to thinking until the 20 minutes was up. What a habit to employ! Don't you wonder how peaceful we would become inside and out if we would just give ourselves more time to sit and simply think each day? I think I'm going to try to carve out a 20-minute time and give it a try. Do you want to join me? My sister Deb turns 75 years old today. She wants only 3 quarters as a birthday gift. But I took it look at the 75 years of living, learning, reading, and serving that she has done and know it is she who has given us the gift. Happy birthday, Deb. This week on your bathroom mirror, write, I will dedicate time to each day thinking, reflecting, and learning from life. Join me next Monday for Live, Life Inspired Views for Every Day. I'm Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul.